Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
We're going to start, as we always do, with some opening comments from Coach. Then we'll go to questions in the room. Do we have a mic in the room? We do. Awesome. Go ahead.
Yeah, great game for us today. Obviously, we shot the ball really well. We moved it really well. We got off to a little bit of a slow start. I don't know what it was, like 10-2 or something. But then we start really getting good shots. And, Leash had a big game hitting all those threes. And JC had all those assists. And we just, everybody was, I thought Maya got us off to a great start in that first quarter. Nas had another great game. I mean, I guess I could keep going, but when you have so many people play well on the same day, that's when you have a night like this.
Coach, before the game, you talked about Phoenix's ability to kind of thrive off in the transition, fast break points. We saw 3 early on the turnover from Jordan, but then after that, no more the rest of the game. What was kind of key for them kind of locking in that area?
Well, I think we took care of the ball and then took good shots. So we had a couple turnovers like in the first 2 minutes, and that helped them get to that, I don't know what it was, you'll have to check, but 10-2 something in that area. And then we took care of the ball, we were getting good shots, and it's a lot harder for the other team to get out in transition if you're making shots. And we were scoring at a pretty high clip the whole first half, but especially that first quarter, and that, I think it calmed us down, and we all started to feel really good. And when you're feeling good offensively, sometimes you pick up the intensity defensively. So we were, making them take some tougher shots, and that led to our transition.
Coach, another number that jumps out, rebound. Rebounding by 10. Even with BG being out and the team being able to do what they did tonight, what are your thoughts on how the team attacked the board and things like that tonight? Yeah, I think our guards do a good job helping us rebound. They get in there, and our bigs are doing a good job keeping them off the boards. But it's a team thing. Everybody should be getting in there and helping on the defensive glass to get us out in transition. We love when our guards are getting rebounds so we can just grab and go. We don't even have to wait on an outlet. But sometimes the rebounding can be a little misleading. If one team shoots it really well and the other team doesn't, you're probably going to win rebounds. For us, we did shoot it really well, and for them, they had a tough day. They missed some shots that they would normally make, and that's kind of how we got a little bit of separation.
Coach, another big win over a top team in the league. What does the win like tonight mean for this team and this fan base?
Well, hopefully the fan base sounds like they're enjoying themselves. So, hopefully we can keep it going and keep getting better. I think most people can see that, when we have it really going, we're a top level team in the league. But the thing is, to be able to do that consistently is the next step. And that's really the challenge, because these games come up so fast. So you get up for a good team like Phoenix and you play really well, but there's another good team 2 days later, and you can't ever just relax. And it's one of those things where you just have to incrementally find something to improve on, and hopefully by the end of the year you have the best and toughest team you can possibly have.
Coach, I wanted to ask you, on a night like tonight where the offense was flowing like it was, is this what you envisioned before the season of that your offense would look like this?
Yeah, I really think the last couple games the ball has moved really well, and our spacing has been better, and there's more players reading. You can see the cutting for baskets and stuff like that. This is a new system for them, and I think they're getting more comfortable within it, to see that they have a lot more freedom to create scoring opportunities. So, Leash was probably the first one to notice, at the beginning of the year, and now we have other players that are like, hey, they're not seeing me. I have a chance to cut right now and get an easy layup. So with more people being able to read the defense and make good decisions, the tougher the offense is to guard.
Hey, Coach. It was a slow start early in the first, but you guys picked it back up and you finished the quarter with 8 made threes. Was that a point that you guys made, or that you made to your team?
Well, we just wanted to run good offense, and they do help quite a bit on defense. They don't want to give you anything in the paint, so you can either take tough shots or you can move the ball and be ready to shoot it. And fortunately for us, we shared the ball. We moved it to open people, and they were ready once they caught it to knock it down. And As a defense, sometimes you're in a tough situation. You have to decide if you're going to give some extra help to protect the basket or if you're going to take away the threes. And, fortunately for us, we had players knock them down today.
Coach, over here. Can you talk about what you've seen from your bench the last couple games, especially as some of them have had to step up and start due to injury?
Yeah, I think we've been getting really good production from our bench. They come in. Powell is aggressive. Really, she's somebody who's tough to guard. She's getting really good off the ball screens, and then you have to get out to her quick because she has a really, quick release. Nas had to move into the starting lineup today off the bench, and she played great again. She's just been consistent all year long, and then from a night-to-night basis, like you never know when you're going to get called for more minutes. For us, like Nia, we needed her for more minutes today, and her defense and rebounding really was helpful for us to really, extend the lead.
Coach, obviously Jordan Campbell came in. She had illness, but she comes in. She finishes 2 points shy of a double-double. You had to be excited about her performance for tonight.
Yeah, we're definitely excited to, to have her back, and be out there. She is a great defender. She gets us up going in transition. She shares the ball. So, it really helped to have her today, especially, being short Ryan, BG. Things start to get a little thin. But whoever's out there just has to play Land of Dream basketball, and today we did a good job of it.
Hey, Coach. I wanted to go back to the first quarter when you guys were down 10-2. I guess in those situations, how do you know, when to maybe call a timeout in those situations, or to maybe just let them go with the flow and kind of let them figure it out themselves?
Yeah, I usually try to avoid bailing them out of tough situations. There's times where you have to build some toughness. You can't be looking over to the coach every time there's a run. Because if you bail them out every time, you'll run out of timeouts because there's a lot of runs in a typical basketball game. So as a coach, you have to decide if this is a time you have to use one to make a point, or if you can see if they can pull it together. And for us, we hit a couple threes in a row when we were down 10-2, and all of a sudden, a few minutes later, we had the lead. So I say all that, but we were probably one basket from using a timeout because it was a little sloppy at the beginning.
My last one, Coach. What do you feel about the culture you're creating for this team? I don't remember the last time the Dream won 17 games this early in the season. But how do you feel about the culture you've been creating, the team's been creating at this point in the season?
Yeah, I hope we're developing a team that people, they want to play on. They enjoy the chemistry that they have off the court. They enjoy the playing style and how they play for each other on the court. I still think we're a work in progress, but I think most teams are. And I still think we have a lot of room to grow, but hopefully the players kind of appreciate the approach that win or lose, we don't get too high or too low. We just take it as a learning experience and we try to get better. And we understand it's a long season, but we're out to compete every single game, hopefully every single possession of that game, and then hopefully learn from our mistakes, see what we do well, do that more often, and it's a process of improvement.
Awesome. Thank you for your time, guys.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Congratulations.